Shotguns are based.
That they are. Fuck yeah.
Destructive device.
Hello and welcome to Brandon Herrera's The Shotgun's So Cool, It's Kinda Illegal. So I've watched many Brandon Herrera videos. They are really good, but this is one I haven't seen. Also, I love that he's holding an M79 Thumper. Great grenade launcher. It's so stupid. I just love it's stupid in the fact that it's called a Thumper, because it goes thunk when you fire it. But this is a video I haven't seen. It's posted pretty recently. And I figured, fuck it, why not? It's something different. I have I'd say mildly strange fascination with firearms. I find them very interesting works of engineering. And Brandon Herrera is just my type of comedy. So without further ado, let's see what Brandon has for us.
Are mega based. Combine the two of those things and you're reaching levels of based that shouldn't even be possible.
The street
You
sweeper.
don't have to do that every time. That's right. Today we are taking a look at the famous street sweeper.
I fucking hate this gun. Every game I've played that has this gun, I despise it. It's cool, but I hate it. Say what you will, the production quality is really cool. Like these shots, very intimate. There it is. There it is. There it fucking... Okay, if you don't know why I hate this gun so much, there are two main reasons. The first being what we see right here. This is the, obviously, stock unfolded street sweeper, which is featured in Resident Evil 4, both the original and the remake, and people fucking swear by this gun. And the only reason they do is because it can hold 50 rounds. That is it. It is so dumb. Its damage is, I mean, that one's pretty debatable. It's roughly the same as the Riot 8, or the Riot gun. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Riot gun. But it has a way worse spread, and it holds 50 rounds. Cool. The reload is also incredibly slow because you have to put 50 rounds into the thing. And it really bugs me that people think that it's the best gun and the best shotgun in Resident Evil 4. It is not. It is the Riot gun. Or the Skull Shaker, but we don't really talk about the Skull Shaker. And then the other reason, with the stock unfolded, in Call of Duty Cold War, they added the Street Sweeper in a later update. That thing is straight fucking garbage. It is so long to reload, and it has like a 15 round mag. It's so frustrating, and me being the chronic zombies player that I was at the time, and still kind of am, I really should play zombies again, I maxed out the Street Sweeper. It was fucking torture, because it's so slow to reload, and it's so clunky that it was such a fucking pain to use. Look, it did good damage. It being an auto shotgun was fantastic, but dear lord, because the way... Spoilers, the way you reload it, you put one shell in, and then you crank this thing right here, and then you put another shell in, and then you crank it again, and you put another shell in, and then you crank it again, until you fill out the magazine with a drum, I guess. It is so annoying. This drum does not come out, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, it's been 47 seconds. I'm so sorry. Is that was that a slug? What is he shooting there? Are those beanbags? I don't know what he shot there.
I wanted to do that since the days where you could still say gamer words on Xbox Live.
Don't do that here.
Yes, do not say the gamer words, but is that a FAMAS?
I wouldn't worry about any of that. Anyway, Striker 12. Striker.
I'm sorry, was that a
We
FAMAS?
don't do that here.
That is a FAMAS grip and receiver, I think. No, not a receiver, a charging handle, because the charging handle for the FAMAS is like right there.
Oh, this? I wouldn't worry about any of that.
What did you do
Anyway.
to the FAMAS?
Striker 12. Striker?
Yes.
I hardly know her. That's not going to age well. Yes,
No.
this is the Striker
No, it is not.
12-gauge shotgun. This one was made by S&S. It's listed as S/S on the front. It's not SS, despite the lightning bolt.
Careful with that one,
It's
yeah.
a semi-automatic, more or less, 12-gauge shotgun. So we're going to show you a little bit about how it works, because it is kind of unique. For one,
very
the shotgun
unique.
actually has a loading gate. So you actually pull that lever up there,
Oh,
and you have
yeah.
access to where the ammunition goes.
Normally you
Different
see those
rounds,
in like
a giant 12-gauge revolver.
single action
essentially.
revolvers.
And you wind it, you'd never guess it, from the big windy gear in the front.
Yeah,
So
the
you just sit
giant
here
winding
and
key you'd see on a fucking
load the spring
nutcracker.
tension, which then allows you to cycle through. Now that was with the gun on safe. With the gun on
Cool.
safe, it won't actually fire. It's not a SIG. That was just a cheap shot. That wasn't fair. I'm sorry. But when you push through,
If you don't know, Sig, I believe they're called Sig Sauer, had the, I think it was the P226, I think, please correct me if I'm wrong, that fired, even if it was unsafe, even if you had the safety on, if you just jiggled it enough, it was really dangerous. It still is really dangerous as far as I'm aware. It's still commercially sold in the US, but it was so unsafe, so it's very dumb. But surprise, surprise, the gun doesn't shoot when it's unsafe. Thank God.
the safety, then it engages the striker, no pun intended, to actually fire. And then you can hear it there. So
Yeah.
when the gun firing pin engages, and then you can hear when I let off the trigger, it rotates to the next round.
Real quick, just to bitch a little
So
bit, it is
interesting.
impossible to overstate just how dog shit this trigger pull is. Like, look at how I'm pulling this trigger. Okay. This is now heavier than any rifle trigger I've
That
ever
is-
fired, I'm pretty sure.
You can
And I
barely see it, but he's almost white knuckling this thing. Holy shit! So again, those who don't know, look, if you're watching a Brandon Herrera video, I'm sure you've fired a gun before, says the Australian that has never fired a gun before. But guns have trigger slack as well as trigger weight. It's like the draw weight of a bow. The heavier the weight, the harder it is to fire. The idea is, well, safety. If you have a hair trigger, you're going to be firing that thing a lot, very accidentally.
Getting to the point where it's just now rotated the cylinder. And now I have to pull through that even harder to get to the actual striker itself.
Yeah, you could see the
Like,
white.
you have to really, like,
Okay, I should state, what I mean by white knuckle, when you white knuckle something, it means you're gripping it so hard that the red blood cells in your hands or your fingers leave, and usually that happens on the pressure points, such as the knuckle. It's not actually the red blood cells leaving. It discolors your skin to look whiter than normal. It's called white knuckling because it looks like your hands are going white, like actually white, not like Caucasian white.
even harder to get to the actual striker itself. No pun intended. So, like, you have to really, like, pull down on that and really just, like, jerk at the fucking trigger to even get a shot off. And before we filmed this
That must be
video, I gave
torture.
this to other gun guys and I warned them how heavy the trigger pull was. And there is a very real chance you could just advance the round without setting off the striker. And that's what a lot of them were doing. They thought that that was the trigger pull. It's like a fake trigger pull, and you have to really just pull through it. It's just, it's
That's
stiff as fuck.
crazy.
This is definitely one of the designs of all time.
Yeah,
Garbage,
lube it up a
but,
bit. Giggity.
My garbage. Hands off my trash.
I have a new Texas knife. Thanks, Warren. And I'm going to use it to open my new tack pack. dear
A
Lord,
sponsored
sure.
segment. We
Zero
don't
effort.
skip the
Tack
ads
Pack's the ultimate
here.
box subscription
This
service
is how
for
these guys
tactical
make their
gear,
money.
including stuff like tactical swag.
Sell it to me, daddy. I mean, Brandon.
Wait, was that Nodzilla? SOG 9.
Wait, was it?
Subscription service for tactical gear, including stuff like tactical swag.
What the fuck is this? It's Godzilla kitted out with some NVGs, what looks like an AR, a fucking tack vest. That's fantastic.
Wait, was that Nodzilla? SOG knives, mag pouches,
God, I would love
mag
to have a
blocks,
knife. I mean, I
AR
have a
parts,
knife, but like a proper knife.
and more. Which is to say, more AR parts. So the standard tack pack is $59.95 shipped, and then the tack pack plus is
God, look at his gun
$139.95
roll. So many
shipped.
fascinating
And I've been told the
weapons.
stuff inside the March tack pack plus is going
Hold
to
on. This gun up here kind of looks like the, what's it called? The laser rifle from Aliens. I don't actually know what it is, and I don't know what it's called. Both this gun here and the weapon in Aliens, but it looks like that. Also, this looks like an FAL, this looks like a single action army, and this looks like a MP7 and then a SVD, maybe. Oh no, this one up here is a Dragunov. I was gonna say this might be a Dragunov. Oh, you got a Chris behind me. Oh, you can barely see it. Hold on. Behind me, right here, is a Chris Vector. It's one of my favorite SMGs of all time. Sorry, Brandon.
$82. On top of that, if you use the code AKGuy, you get a free $60 tactical gift.
Of course,
so if you're
AK
interested,
guy.
be sure to check out TacPack using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. We appreciate
Yes, go
TacPack for
support
being an
Brandon
awesome
Herrera.
sponsor,
He
as
makes
always.
great
We'd
content,
also
and
like to
YouTube
thank
hates
the
him.
Sonoran Desert Institute. I actually talked to these guys at SHOT Show, and they're adding a bunch of cool new elements to their curriculum, including a lot more in-person, hands-on stuff, including teaching lathe work, which I think is actually incredibly useful. for
Ooh,
gunsmiths.
lathe work.
So anyway, if you ever wanted to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, and you're not sure where to look, maybe consider checking out sdi.edu using the links in the description and in the pinned comment.
ADD break. Once
Yes.
again, we have our echelon penetration test. We've got our atomic cola flavor
Oh, no
here,
White Claw?
and our
Why not White
street
Claw?
sweeper here. Time to clean up the streets. Get this delicious beverage.
Look, I used to watch I used to watch some Brandon Herrera videos a while, like a couple of years ago, and the ADD breaks always had the White Claw punishment. Now it's an echelon? I don't even know what echelon is. But not the White Monster Boomer Juice? Wait, different thing. Like, yeah. I always forget the White Claw and White Monster are completely different.
and whatever else. Jake, if I accidentally destroy your target stand, I apologize in advance. Cleaning up the streets in 3,
I wouldn't.
2, 1.
I think that hit everything but the echelon.
I think I only shot the target stand.
Good job. Yeah, yep, you definitely did.
We're not
Wait,
gonna
it
only
didn't
shot
even
the target
move.
stand.
It doesn't even move. It just falls perfectly. Can you see where it hit? It hit like right here. And then it just like, it stays in place and then it just falls. That's perfect.
We're not going to talk about that. All right, now that we've made some adjustments in 3, 2, 1.
There we
There we
go.
go.
That's the destruction we want to see. That's what we're here for,
Available at
baby.
Drink Echelon now, yeah. Now, as for ejecting the shells when you've completely finished shooting through the cylinder,
You just showed us.
open that loading gate back up, and then you have this little rod here
God, it's like an ejection
that
rod on
actually
a
just kicks them out.
single
kind of
action
like so.
army.
It's very similar in premise to, like, say, a regular revolver.
Thank
this one
you.
here, you take this out the side. You flip
I didn't
around,
even think
you
about it,
can
just
use.
regular
You
revolver.
got your plunger right there that when you push it out, you know, you can dump your rounds and then reload your gun. This is actually a gun that's very special to me. This is,
Oh, really?
you know, you'd think a pretty unremarkable Smith & Wesson.
Looks
This one
like
was
a
actually gifted to
357,
me
yeah.
by you know, a couple friends, some of my shop boys, at the end of my last congressional race as a congratulations for getting out of politics. It didn't age well. But why they chose this one is why I love my friends. This was the gun that Bud Dwyer used to, well, be the reason why you know the name Bud Dwyer. The
I don't know
alternative
the name Bud Dwyer. Can someone enlighten me in the comments? Who is Bud Dwyer and what did he do? Also, there's a Lord of War poster in the background. Absolutely fantastic movie. Would recommend. It's also a Nick Cage movie, so it's hard to not recommend. But who is Bud Dwyer? I don't know. I'm not American. If you couldn't tell, spoiler alert, the VTuber with the clearly not American accent is not American. Who'd have thunk? Which is very strange that I'm watching a Brandon Herrera video. But I do know that Brandon Herrera did actually run, I don't remember what it was for. I think it was Congress? Correct me if I'm wrong. But he ran for office in something. I think at this point it was 2 years ago. He almost won too. It was interesting because he actually cares about the stuff he's interested in and wants to protect it. Understandably.
of ending a political career. So I think they were congratulating me on finally being done with having to deal with the race. Either that or they were encouraging me to give myself the Bud Dwyer nosebleed. Either way, I appreciate the gun.
I'm guessing that
Very
means
special to me. But one of the
a
other
nice
differences between
line
the
of
revolver
white
and the striker
lightning.
is that, so this being a double action revolver, when you pull the trigger, it is the action of pulling the trigger that advances the cylinder forward.
Yeah.
On the striker itself, it's wound, so you have to manually wind it.
and
So-
that's why it sucks.
I'm gonna pull the trigger a lot. You can see it starts to slow down. So it no longer has the energy. It's getting a little sluggish until it just doesn't go
Oh,
anymore.
so it's actually
then you have
spring
to
wound,
wind it.
like an actual fucking clockwork. Who thought it would be a good
now-
idea to put clockwork into a gun?
It moves with purpose.
It's also worth noting that because you have to manually eject the rounds on this, the rounds actually stay contained within the cylinder after you've emptied the entire gun.
Which is a
really
terrible
neat
idea.
feature, you know, just in case there was a scenario where you wanted to go through about 10 rounds of buckshot and not have to worry about picking up your shells.
Yeah. Why not just
Makes
eject
cleanup
them?
real easy. You can go out, shoot all those rounds, and already have your brass collected for when you get home. So it's great for reloading.
It's almost like every Mossberg, Remington, every shotgun ever already solved that problem by when you rack the shell. I don't know why I said pump. Don't ignore that. When you rack the shell, the action, I knew the name for it a while ago. I Googled it. What is it called? What the thing you rack on a shotgun is called? I don't think it is rack. I think it is called pump. Fucking whatever. When you pump a shotgun, it ejects the shell, and then you rack it forward to put the next shell into the chamber. It's been solved for like a decade. Or 20.
Nothing else. But of course, one of the coolest and most iconic features of the Striker or the Street Sweeper is the folding stock.
Let's be real,
what
we're
you
all
have
calling it
here
the
is
Street
a little
Sweeper.
button on the side, because this plate has 2 holes. So this is a little plunger in the receiver. We're going to push that in, and then this whole stock folds up.
Kind of like the
Out of the
Spaz.
way there. And it relocks there on the other hole. And now
Cool.
you have the Street
Try
Sweeper.
not to flag anyone.
This is really cool. Just what you think of when you think of the Street Sweeper.
Yep. Thanks, Resident Evil
That's
4.
just neat. The gun doesn't currently have really much in the way of sights anyway, so this is not much less effective, and I would say looks significantly cooler. But to deploy
Yeah,
it back out,
it is
you just
more
hit that same
iconic.
button, and this stock folds back, and you're ready to shoulder it and sweep the street full of clay pigeons.
Yes, of course.
Sporting shotgun.
100%. Clay meat
I think
pigeon.
this is actually still the same ballistic
slug
dummy
meat
we
pigeon.
used for the Reagan assassination attempt breakout video. And then at one point he was stabbed in the gut down there because I think we needed fake blood for something.
What?
As you can tell, he's still a little leaky. But
Just
the
a
problem
little.
is these ballistic dummies
And
get a
patch 'em
little
up, it'll be
old if
fine.
you don't use them, so it's kind of moldy in the back, and frankly, it's gross, and I'm tired of having it in my house, so this will
Understandably. Time to obliterate it.
clean that up. So obviously,
The
you
good
would never
old
use something
American
like this
way.
against a person by any means, but just in case you have to defend yourself against a 200-pound raccoon. That's my purse, and I don't know
Raccoon.
you.
That's my purse. I don't know you. I feel threatened. Ugh, yeah, it is moldy in the back. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh no, you don't.
You can understand why YouTube hates these videos. Oh, don't wear the white shirt on range day.
I had a campaign event in like 2 hours.
Oh, you even got some on the shoulder. Like, if you look
I had a campaign event in like 2 hours.
right here, there's a tiny little stain up here he can't even see.
Oh, change.
I hope the cameraman told him. That would have done it. Oh god. Really shows you what a shotgun can do. Granted, this isn't buckshot.
Looks like these streets are swept. Well, aside the
Okay,
obvious
Leon.
injuries, you know, I don't think he's going to be thinking too hard about much at all anymore. It's kind of cool. You see some of the buckshot is actually just stuck in
Oh,
various
was it buckshot?
places in the.
That was a very
dummy.
tight
It's kinda
spread.
cool. I've already ruined the shirt. Later, asshole.
May as well.
Gross.
I don't think he's doing much thinking anymore. Suffice to say, he's a bit brainless.
Now, another thing that makes the Striker 12 unique is actually really fucking annoying. So because of a few Daddy Bush import laws, this shotgun is actually not legal for import as anything other than what I had to purchase it as, which is a destructive device. Meaning this 12-gauge shotgun is regulated exactly as tight as this 40mm grenade launcher, or that 20mm anti-tank rifle.
That
Because
doesn't
it
feel
is a
right.
shotgun that apparently has no sporting purpose. Normally under American gun laws, this would just be considered an SBS or a short-barreled shotgun because the 12-gauge shotgun barrel length is under 18 inches, I believe. See?
The more you know.
More than size matters. Yeah, the real motherfucker about it is this objectively better 12 gauge shotgun, the Saiga 12, with a bigger drum magazine.
That thing looks
a
so
detachable
cool.
drum magazine.
Looks like
is
the
regulated
Sausage from
like a regular
R6.
12 gauge shotgun, not a destructive device. Available over the counter, 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
Can I please brag about ATF?
No, ma'am, not yet. No, you may not. Yeah, long story short.
Well, I don't get political on the channel. I'm not going to touch
Once again, NFA is gay. But if you went through all the paperwork,
I don't know what that
a
means.
civilian can actually do the paperwork to register this as a destructive device. It is still theoretically possible for you to own. Me, because of my licensing, I am an 0702 firearm manufacturer with SOT, which means I actually get to have 2 destructive devices on my license per year. I still had one left over at the very end of last year, and I immediately had to go out and find one of these because I have always wanted one, and I just thought that they were hella cool. So was happy to use one of my 2 DDs on this right here. The second coolest type of double Ds I can think of.
Oh my god. What I should have expected, no less. Is that a street sign?
Blow out the back of the head.
Some of them landed on top of my head.
Oh, I'll get that for you. Yeah, see, there you go. Not too bad.
I mean, it looks fucking cool. Let's be real.
Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the street sweeper. It's kind of a piece of shit. 4 out of 10. It's
obviously,
a
but it
10 out of
looks
10
cool.
Cool points. Very glad to
Thank
finally
you.
add one of these to my collection. I've wanted one forever. Just realized it busted my fucking thumb open. My blood's all over this gun. You should get checked. I don't even know where I've been. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you staying all the way to the...
I also wouldn't let that thing out of your sight for the next, what, 5 years while your DNA is still on it? Yeah, that would not end well. His blood was found on the device. Oh no, that's 30 years in prison.
The end of the video. We've got more stuff coming up, and I appreciate you for sticking along for the ride. I'm gonna go change my shirt before I gotta go be serious again, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers.
Brandon, serious? Never. I gotta pause before that video, that music plays. I will get copyright. Yeah, that's why I like Brandon Herrera videos. They're a mix of comedy and informational. Like, we learned about why it's classified as a destructive device and how he got his hands on it and all that sort of stuff. I'm not gonna touch any of the political shit he touched. Fuck that. I ain't touching it. If you touched the comments, I'm gonna touch it. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna touch the delete button. No, I'm not gonna touch that either. Just be nice in the comments. Don't be going on any political tirades. I will not be very happy, and it might end up with you having your comment deleted. I do not want political shit on my channel. That is not the point of this. I just wanted to look at it because I saw a street sweeper in the thumbnail. I was like, fuck yes. I love the street sweeper in only its design. Everything else I hate about it, because fuck this gun. But it is so damn cool. It's like the oxymoron of guns. This gun is so cool. It's so shit. I don't know. But if you like Brandon Herrera, absolutely go check out the rest of his videos. He does some really, really cool and funny informational style videos. Like he mentioned it earlier, he does like assassination breakdowns. I know he did one for the Funny Mustache Man a while ago, and he like tested out the weapon, how the kill could have happened, some of the like science around it, and some stuff like that. It's very informational, very interesting, but also he makes it entertaining. Let's be real. But that will do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Also, feel free to suggest more things to react to. I'm always open to suggestions, whether it be in the comments or over on the Discord. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. I upload daily. Check out all the links in the description. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. I stream twice a week, every Wednesday and Friday. Doing Wuthering Waves on Wednesdays and Resident Evil on Fridays. Till we catch up to the story in Wuthering Waves, until we finish out the Resident Evil franchise. We're at Resident Evil 5, which I haven't played, so be sure to check that out. And I have 2 minor-ish announcements that I've mentioned previously. We are close to 500 subscribers on the channel and 100 followers on Twitch, so I have 2 things that I'm planning to do for each respective milestone. You can keep up to date with that over on the Discord as well. I don't know what they are yet, and even if I did, I'm not going to allude to it, but if you want to keep updated, again, Discord is in the description. I highly recommend it. It's a great place to chill out. Thank you very much to my patrons. I love you guys. That's going to do it for me. I thank you very much for your patronage.